to Bucket List Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Lynn. Welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We got a couple of things that I'm going to share with you today. One is we are finally starting to get organized for seed starting this weekend. I'm a little bit behind. I purposely was waiting till February, but I don't think I meant to wait till like literally the last day or two of February to start my seeds. But the seed starting soil I like to use, we get it from Costco. It's the organic Pro Mix seedling starting soil. It comes in this great big huge cube. It's more than enough to do what I need to start for my garden, and we just haven't been going to Costco. We haven't been grocery shopping a whole lot at all, but that's going to change. We are going to be making a trip up this weekend, and so stay tuned. I'll be sharing a Costco haul with you all soon. So we're a little bit late for that, and I kind of haven't gotten my act together. Really, it's just, I don't know what it is. I mentioned this in a video before. Seasonal affective disorder definitely hit me very, very hard this year, harder than usual, and I'm not going to harp on it too much because I already talked about this before, and I know it is combined with the grief of losing my dad just a few months ago, so that's kind of everything. But I'm over it. I am so over it. And as I say this, we are under a winter storm warning right now. It's been snowing for a few hours. Nothing major, but coming down at a pretty steadily rate. But I'm okay. I would much rather March come in like a lion and go out like a lamb than vice versa. Because by the end of March, you're definitely ready for spring. At least I am. So yeah, I know it's only February, I'm talking about March, but it's literally the day before the last day of February, and we're supposed to have another storm warning on the 1st. Hopefully we can get to Costco and back before that happens. As I said, I have a few things I want to share with you. One is I will be showing you, we started getting our setup ready for our seedlings. I'm just going to show you, I hauled out all my lights. Let me see if I can show you some. I have different kinds, so I have some of these grow lights. I've got some very tall ones. The shelf behind me had a lot of yarn on it, which is what that shelf is right there, full of boxes. And behind you, what you can't see is there's a few more baskets with yarn that I'm currently working on some projects. But I am so proud of myself. Over the last 2 months, I have definitely gotten rid of a lot of my yarn stash by making things. I am building up my inventory to do a couple of craft fairs this year. So craft shows, craft fairs, whatever they call them now. So I've been doing a lot of that because I know I'm coming up on the busy season soon, so I won't have as much time to devote to crochet, but I do crochet year round. Doesn't bother me to crochet in the summer, winter, spring, fall. I'll crochet whenever I have a moment, but I won't be able to devote maybe as much time during the day as I do now. So I'm trying to really focus on getting a lot of things done. So I think I need to cut myself a little bit of a break. I say that it's been hard having motivation for the last few, weeks, months, actually, since, second week of January, it seems. But I've actually gotten a lot done for building up my inventory of crochet things. So I think I need to cut myself a little bit of slack and say, I have accomplished a lot. Anyway, I managed to get all of this emptied of yarn over the last 2 months, because this is where we're going to do our seed starting, right out here in my craft room. It's also where we have 2 of our walk-in freezers and our treadmill. But this is my space. We even call it Lynn's room, my room, Mom's room. And this is a great spot. We are able to keep it warm out here, so that's great for the seedlings. I have lots of room for them to have the grow lights. I do need to find my heating mats. I'm having a hard time finding them, but I did not do seed starting last year, so it's been 2 years since I've hauled out all this stuff. So I really hope we can find them. There's one more place I have to look. I really think that's where they are, but I have a hard enough time remembering yesterday, let alone 2 years ago. So hopefully we find them. I have 4 or 6 altogether, so I don't want to have to purchase them again. I really don't. So they've got to be somewhere. So we're going to be starting this all up this weekend. David, we have zip ties that we're going to hang. I hang my grow lights really long on very long zip ties in the beginning, and then as my seedlings grow, I just tighten up the zip tie to raise up the light so they get further and further away. So I'm excited to start. I also have a seed haul I want to share with you all of a few seeds I purchased. I'm not purchasing a huge amount of seeds, as I have a lot of seeds, which is what these totes are. Where are they? Right here. I have 3 of these all together full of seeds. I try to do as much seed saving as I can to make this even more cost effective, but there's always some fun seeds I like to try, and Last year I didn't get as many saved as I wanted due to not just being here. I don't even want to see the garden when I go out because a lot did not get done last year due to, you know, me being in Florida for so long, helping my mom handle my father's affairs and everything. So I'm going to have a lot of spring cleanup to do. But one of the seed hauls I can't share with you is because I haven't received it yet, because we're going to be going in person to pick that up, and that won't be until May. But that's my Richter's Herbs seed haul. Some will be seeds, but a lot are going to be plant. A lot of the herbs I'm buying are already seedlings, so I have to wait until I can get those. But I wanted to share with you all, I am now an affiliate with Richter's Herbs, and this is probably my most favorite affiliate to be a part of. I adore Richter's Herbs. The people who own it and run it are lovely people, and their herbs are amazing. You walk into that greenhouse, and I mean, I could spend hours just walking around looking at everything. They're so knowledgeable. Their quality is amazing. I will share the link down below. It costs you nothing extra to use that link, but it helps me earn a little bit of commission to basically buy some more herbs. This is one thing I am going to be growing more of this year. I have some new ones I'm trying because I am expanding my herb garden to do more teas and soap making and things like that in the coming months. And I'm excited to try a few things. There's so many new geraniums that I'm going to try this year that I'm so excited to try. Different scented ones. One is, what was it? Pineapple. There's another one that's chocolate. So I'm really excited to try those this year. I know the couple I tried last year, again, my memory, melon geranium, I know that's not the full name, that was amazing. There was an apple geranium that I grew that not only tastes amazing in tea, but it smelled so good, and the hummingbirds loved it. I'm excited to grow more of that this year. So yeah, like I said, I'll share the link down below. They do ship to US and Canada, so that's wonderful because they are here in Canada. So this is a Canadian company that you can be proud to also support. And I love them. I can't say enough. And they have one of the nicest seed catalogs. I love the size because I can literally take this in my purse and I go through it all and mark what I'm going to be getting. I'll see if I can find a couple that I've marked. Radio Calendula is another one I'm going to be trying this year to grow with my calendula. I'm also going to be getting a Bode Gold chamomile this year, another new chamomile. Chocolate scented daisies, which again is another plant that not only is used for medicinal uses, but the birds love it. And yeah, strawberry geranium, nutmeg geranium. Nutmeg geranium, who knew? I didn't know there was such a thing. So link is down below if you're interested, and I will be sharing more of them in May when we go and visit them in person. Because it's not only what it costs us in gas is actually cheaper than some of the shipping could be, especially where I'm going to be buying so many plants versus packets of seeds. And so that makes me a little nervous because some of the things are seeds, so I don't know if I'm going to have time. I might put in a seed order with them to get the seeds started, but the plants will be waiting to go pick up. So Richter's Herbs, I love them. Obviously, I've been blabbing about them for a few minutes here, so I'll be sharing that with you in the coming weeks. I did order from M.I. Gardner, another seed company I love to buy from. They are in Michigan. Most of you probably know Luke and his family. They're on YouTube also. I love them because I have great success almost with everything I plant from them, and their costs are amazing. They're $2 a packet. If you spend, I think it's $20 for us here in Canada, we get free shipping. I think if it's $10 in the US, you get free shipping, but I'm not 100% sure. But and it's not hard to spend $20 for me anyway for seeds. So that's wonderful. Any questions you have, Luke had shared on his YouTube channel a month or so ago what his favorite varieties of certain things to grow are. He shared tomatoes, he shared peppers, things like that. So my goal this year of my garden is to grow things we really like and what I want to preserve and eat fresh. In the past, I've always grown things for color or the neatness of it, something different, all that. I'm getting out of that a lot this year. I'm going to grow a couple of neat things just because it's fun, but I don't have any plans to do that this year. I'm really going to focus on what we're eating, spend my energy on that, and grow those things. So that's my plan this year. Between the freeze dryer, canning, dehydrating, that's my focus. I want things that freeze dry well, that can well, and that freeze well, and dehydrate well. So I'm shopping even less at the grocery stores over the next year. So not as many fun things. I think Jessica from Three Rivers also mentioned that she was scaling back on all the different things that she grows and just focusing on things that they really like to eat. And yeah, so we're going to do that. It's fun to do those things, but at the end of the day, I am growing my garden to feed us. So that is what's important to me. I'm also going to grow a few more flowers, not just because they're pretty to look at, because they're beautiful to look at, and I like having the beauty when I'm out there, though the vegetables growing are just as beautiful to me. But the pollinators love them, so I am going to be growing some more flowers. So that being said, let's see what we got from M.I. Gardener. This is the one I'm worried about because I know we need to start these so soon, and the one time I tried growing them, I tried growing these twice. The second time, they were doing beautifully in the house. Oh my gosh, but they were overtaking everything. And that is loofah gourds. I'll bring this in close. I want to grow these so bad. You have no idea how bad I want to grow these. And when I transplanted those ones that were growing so wonderful in the house, they all died. They did not produce anything for me. They say you have to start them early, and I did start them when they say, but I honestly think they took off so well, they started too early. And I know I've got a lot of people telling me, you're going to regret it. They need a long growing period. I am getting a new greenhouse this year because that's my hope, is to start some things in March and April out in the greenhouse if the snow is gone. This is one of those things I think I'm going to start out there that will hopefully have them last, like give them the heat they need to go. I don't know, like this is a total experiment. I don't know a whole lot. They do take, it only takes 7 to 10 days to germinate, but you're supposed to start indoors 4 to 6 weeks before the last frost. And I haven't even looked up my last frost date. I really need to do that. Days to maturity is 120 days, and they need to be 70 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit when they are germinating. I mean, 120 days, 30, 60, 90, that's 4 months. I don't think I'm that bad off. I really don't. They love the heat. Our hottest parts are not until July and August and lately September. I think I might be okay with this. I may be wrong, but I think I'm going to be okay with this, not starting these until in a couple of weeks. I may be wrong, but I'm going to try that. Okay, I just stopped and looked at my last frost date. Right now they're saying May 7th. And obviously these, nothing's perfect. It's not a 100% guarantee. I will say our last frost date in the past has been pretty good when they say what they predict it to be, and then 2 weeks later we get a frost. So that would only put me at April 7th for starting the loofah. I think I'm okay because that would be 4 weeks to the last frost date if I start in April. Like I said, it's a gamble, but I'm going to try it. So if you have grown loofah and you have any tips, or if I'm absolutely out of my mind, let me know down in the comments down below. Okay, the next thing is he also mentioned his favorite, Luke mentioned his favorite variety of red onion. Purple onion is what I call them because they look purple to me. And this was the one he recommended because they are, the variety is delicious. Additions to salads, canning, and fresh eating. He said the flavor is amazing. So that's why I picked this one. And this is called Red Wethersfield Onion. I don't usually start onions from seed because I haven't had a whole lot of luck, but I'm going to try this year. And we are supposed to start, oh my goodness, we were supposed to start these 8 to 10 weeks before last frost. This might be one I'm buying as starts this year, or as seedlings. I don't know if I am going to, darn it. See, this is my own fault for not getting up off my duff and checking things. 8 to 10 weeks, yeah, that would be, where are we? Oh, I might be okay. 8 weeks would be March 7th. Okay, no, I'm all right. I'm just remember, I definitely need to get these seeded like immediately next week. The next thing I got, I'm gonna go get more vegetables here. Okay, and then we'll get to the things I'm really excited to grow. Again, he also mentioned the variety of tomatoes that are his favorite, and that was these Brandywine, is it Brandywine Pink? Brandywine Pink tomatoes. I have to say that picture of them is stunning. These are, it says they're sweet, creamy, and has little seeds, making it perfect for sandwiches, tomato soup, pasta sauce, burgers, BLTs, and anything else. Vigorous vines require cages, which that's okay, I got lots of cages, but that's what I want. I want something with little seeds, that's flavorful, that's great for pasta, that's great for pizza sauce, that's great for tomato soup. That's what I primarily use my tomatoes for. So I'm really excited. I got 2 packs of these because I do hope to grow a lot of tomatoes this year, but honestly, I'm probably only gonna need 1 pack. I don't know why I got 2. There's 25 seeds in each pack. These need to be started 6 to 8 weeks before last frost, so I think I'm okay. I was really panicking, thinking, oh my goodness, I am way behind, but we're pretty okay so far. Oh, I can feel a little less stressed. Another tomato that was his favorite is the Opal Ka tomato. And this is the flavor profile of the tomato, of this tomato is savory, zip, from acid and fruity undertones. It is great for tomato paste, tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce, or anything else. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know how much canning of tomatoes I'm gonna be doing anymore. I have some from last year that I'm gonna be freeze drying over the next few days. We're gonna see how that turns out, but I may never can tomatoes again if freeze drying works out as well as I think it's going to. That I say that, but I might do a few like tomato soups things, but we're gonna see. I'm excited to try that this summer to see if freeze drying is something, if I'm not gonna be canning them anymore. And I just find tomato paste, it takes so many tomatoes to make tomato paste, but freeze drying, you don't need as many because you just add the water to get the thickness or thinness that you want. So that's why I'm so excited, friends. We're gonna have so much fun over the next few months with this freeze dryer. So the next things I'm gonna share with you are the sunflowers. Again, because I was not here and the family, by the time I reminded them if they could please check to see if they could save any sunflower seeds from my sunflowers last year, the birds had ate all of them. They went through them. There was not a seed left on my sunflowers. So I had to purchase some. I actually was completely out. So I purchased 3 varieties that are my favorite. The first were the chocolate cherry sunflower. I love these ones. These were one of my favorites to grow. They are so beautiful. Let's see if that will focus. There we go. They're just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I don't start these inside. I find I don't have to. It says start indoors 2 to 3 weeks before last frost, but they germinate in 7 to 10 days and they mature in 60 to 90 days, which is perfect. We have them late summer into the fall. I don't start my sunflowers in the house. I probably should because maybe the squirrels wouldn't eat as many. We might try a few this year and the rest I'll plant just outside. The next one I love, that's one of my favorites. These were so stunning last year, or the evening sunflowers. They literally looked like a sunset. I mean, they were just gorgeous. The birds loved these ones. Absolutely loved them. And the bees. The bees were all over those. And then the rest is just a mix, I believe, of all of these. Let me see if it tells me what kind he has in here. A variety of colors, deep red, yellow, and bicolored varieties. So, love my sunflowers. I grow sunflowers in honor of my grandfather Lyons, who always grew giant sunflowers every year. He always grew them, so I always grow them in honor of him. My last couple packets, I believe these were free, because I know one was free, maybe not, because this one, usually it says complimentary. I guess I ordered these. I don't remember ordering these. I thought maybe he might have given them for free, but the other one that I did get for free tells me they're free. So these are Bells of Ireland. They're beautiful. And it's possible because I seen the word Ireland in them, and that's why I ordered them. A sweet apple-like perfume that is delight to the senses and was originally cultivated for use in perfume. I did order these because I thought maybe I could use them in soap. That's why, or lotions. And I'm all ready. I'm so excited. I did. I just remembered. I told you my memory is terrible. Chemo brain is real. It affects your brain for the rest of your life. So I'm really excited to try these. These start indoors, cold stratify. So I need to put these in the freezer 2 to 4 weeks before, and then plant them 6 to 8 weeks before last frost. So we're getting close to that. So these are probably going to go right into the freezer right now, actually. Oh no, I can direct sow after last frost when soil is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll probably just do direct soil, but I will put these into the freezer 2 weeks before I do that. It only takes 12 to 21 days to germinate, and maturity is 90 to 100 days. So, yay, I'm excited. And then he did send me for free complimentary salad bowl mix, which I will plant, absolutely. This is a mix of greens that will rival any salad mix from the store. There's different textures, leaf types, colors, and when grown together, harvesting a well-rounded salad is simple as snipping a few leaves. I love that. And that is my seed haul from In My Gardener. And like I said, that's pretty much, other than my herbs, that's all I am still looking for gherkin cucumber seeds, specifically the little cucumbers to make gherkin pickles. I'm trying to find them, not having a lot of luck. I have 2 more companies to check out. I'm gonna see. The problem is if that's the only thing I need to order, I usually can't get them, so I end up having to order a couple extra things. So we'll see what I can find. If anyone knows where a good source where I can get gherkin cucumber seeds, please let me know down in the comments. I'll appreciate it because I have looked a lot of places. Okay, so our setup, like I said, this year is going to be out here. We are going to be, I'm going to be doing them all in here. I did pick these up. These are new this year. Our store Peavey, which they bought out Tractor Supply Store a couple years ago. Unfortunately, they announced a couple weeks ago they're closing all stores. They're going out of business. They had these on part of their closeout sale, and they hold 72 plants. I thought these would be good to start my tomatoes in. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm also thinking about trying not even, as much as bell peppers are my favorite thing to grow because they're one of my favorite things to eat. You all know that if you've been around here a lot. I'm not thinking about growing any this year. I think I'm just thinking about sourcing and getting a bushel or 2 from my local farmers because I just don't have luck with them. I can get them to grow, but they don't grow very big, or by the time they're where they need to be, it's too late. The frost has come. I think I've only had one really good year where I had a lot. Of course, last year, not being here at the time that they're harvesting, I end up not getting a lot last year either. So I'm thinking about not growing bell peppers this year. I really am. I might just get a couple of starts, some seedlings, and just try growing a couple and seeing if growing a couple is better than trying to grow a lot. I don't know. I'm just so disappointed because it's one of the things we eat a lot of, But yeah, there's all my seed boxes, and I'm excited to get started. I really am. It's been, like I said, a couple years since I started seeds, and I really did not like the cost it cost me last year growing my garden from seedlings. I honestly didn't have as big a garden because of the cost, but it was nice to have a little bit of a break because I do great starting seeds and they're doing beautiful, but when I have to harden them off, that's when I seem to lose them all, even after all these years. So, all right, we're gonna go back into the kitchen because the other thing I wanna share with you is a new recipe that I have ate but not made my own, and I'm really excited to share it with you because they were, quite frankly, delicious, the best I've ever ate. First, I have to apologize. The wash machine is almost done, but I want to get started on this before my sourdough starts deflating because, oh my goodness, look at this happy sourdough. I fed this last night, so we're good to go. I guess I should tell you what we're making. Like I said, so Holly had these at her cheese making class that I went to on Saturday, which was amazing. And Holly always feeds us. And let me just tell you, that woman, oh, I'm so excited. She's coming out with a cookbook soon. She is amazing. And not only did I have the best sourdough bread I've ever had in my life, I kid you not, and I came home and I made it. Holly shared her recipe. That's what's left of the first loaf. This one cooked a little too long. There's my wash machine telling me it's done. The second one I just took out of the freezer. I made that a few days ago and I wanted to make sure it lasts. We're gonna have that with for grilled cheese tonight with soup and sandwich for supper tonight. It's the best sourdough bread I've ever made. I will be making that again and I'll bring you along with me because it was amazing. I have made so many sourdough breads. I have not really found one I love. This one, love it. And there goes Roy singing, our rooster. So anyway, yes, so she had these crackers and I said to her, Holly, these are the best crackers I've ever had. Sourdough, whatever. they're the best crackers I ever had. And that's one of the things that we would buy a lot at the grocery store. And the organic ones are a lot more money, and we haven't been buying them because not only the ingredients, but the cost has gone through the roof. So this is one of the things I want to start making at home. And I love having crackers and cheese or crackers and peanut butter as a lunch. So I've been missing having crackers. So we're going to make these sourdough crackers. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients. You all are going to love these. I encourage you to try making them. It's my first time making them, so let's see how it goes. So it takes very few ingredients. You are going to need a half a cup of sourdough starter, and like I said, mine is happy right now, so we're going to be using this immediately. A half to 3/4 cups of fresh milled einkorn flour. Now, I ordered some einkorn, what I thought I was ordering, einkorn berries, and I end up getting already organic ground einkorn flour. So that's what I'm going to use, so I can use this up. I will definitely be getting the wheat berries going forward, but yeah, I didn't realize I had ordered the flour. So I'm going to be using already milled flour, and it's a half to 3/4 cups. I'm going to start with the half because fresh milled is denser than already milled. Milled is fluffier, so we're going to see, I can always add more, but you can't take away. And then 1/4 to 1/2 of all-purpose flour, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 2 to 4 tablespoons of bacon grease or lard. I'm going to be using my lard. I'm pretty sure that's what Holly used, was her lard. And you need a little bit of salt for top. If you want any dried herbs of your choice, you would add 2 tablespoons. I'm not going to add any herbs. I'm going to leave mine plain. And we are ready to go. They only have to rest 10 minutes. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. I have parchment lined cookie sheet ready to go, and we are ready to make this. I'm so excited to try these. I hope these come out half as good as Holly's. First, I'm going to get my half cup of sourdough starter out, and I'm going to set the rest aside to feed, to keep that going so I can make some more bread. All right, we are at a half a cup. So I'm going to add that in. I have just enough left to feed and get it going, so that's good. So there's half our cup of sourdough starter. I'm just going to put this aside so I can feed that later. I'm going to add my half a cup of einkorn flour. So this is 1/4, half. I'm going to add my 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour and 1/2 teaspoon of our salt. Okay. We are going to mix that, but don't over knead it. We're just going to give that a quick mix. Dough should be firm but not too sticky. Okay, and then I'm going to add our fat. So we're going to add, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. It says 2 to 4, but I'm just going to do 2. There's 1. I took my lard out of the refrigerator earlier this morning, so it's a lot easier to scoop out of that jar. That Roy is so vocal. Filming outside this spring and summer is going to prove interesting with that roux. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to give this a mix. Lightly fold to incorporate. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't do too much of the einkorn flour, because this is definitely not sticky. Okay, that's incorporated. So now we're going to let this rest for 10 minutes. I just want to make sure all that fat's incorporated. I'm wondering, I might use, you know what, where it is so firm, I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of the lard. is here. There, that feels like a better dough consistency. So I used 3. So now I know why it says 2 to 4, because depending on how humid, you know, how your sourdough starter is, all that, it will determine on how wet your dough is. Okay, we're gonna let that's all incorporated, so we're gonna let this rest for 10 minutes. So now that it's rested for 10 minutes, we're gonna roll it out right onto this parchment lined cookie sheet. I hope this is how they're supposed to look. I'm a little nervous, and I'm hoping not having the fresh milled einkorn is not gonna make that big a difference. So we want these an 1/8 inch thick, so that's pretty thin. So let's see what we can get here. It is a little sticky. Oh, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of my all-purpose flour on top, just because it is so sticky. Hopefully that's not gonna hurt anything. Oh, there we go. Well, it's certainly making it easier to roll it out. I maybe needed to add just a little bit more in the recipe, but I think we are good. Just want to make sure it's the same thickness in the middle here. All right, I think we're good. Ooh, that's a workout. So she said she just uses a cookie cutter, and we're going to cut these into squares the best we can. So I'll go this way first. Oop, it's a little bit thicker than the other ones. Some of these are a little bigger than I want. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle some salt on top. These go into the oven, 350 for 17 to 20 minutes. My oven always cooks hotter or quicker than everything else. I really got to get one of those thermometers to put in my oven so I can see. I think we need to calibrate it. I think that's the problem with it. But I'm going to put mine in for 15 and we'll see how they look. Remember, it's not in the recipe, but Holly's crackers did have holes in them. So I'm just going to take my fork and make a couple holes. I know hers had holes in them. I'm pretty sure they did. Maybe I'm remembering wrong and this is the wrong thing to do, but we're going to try it. Okay, into the oven they go. So I end up cooking them for 18 minutes. We're going to let them cool, and then we're going to try one. Okay, they're cool enough to try. Let's see how they turned out. Yay! I'm so happy. Those are amazing. Oh, I'm so happy. I know what I'm having for lunch today. Those turned out good. I encourage you to make them. That was really easy. It really was. They're delicious. They won't, like, because it's just like anything else scratch made. These aren't going to be, they're not full of preservatives. So you would need to eat these up, I would think, within a couple of days, but that's not going to be a problem here. So I am really happy. One more taste. They turned out great. They taste amazing. I will put the recipe down below. So if you all want to try it, you will have it. It's very simple and very tasty. That's it, friends. That's all I had to share with you today. Until next time, take care, God bless, and we'll see you all soon.